Hello and welcome back to Deck Pilot. We are going to be following up from Deck Doctor and taking our red-blue Gift of Banquet deck for a spin on the ladder. I'll show you how mobile, durable, and damaging this deck can really be. So let's get into the games and see how I do. Alright, we're going to be going up against Basho. And I've played Basho before. He was piloting a red-green Warstorm deck. So yeah, Red Green Warstorm deck, probably inspired by Pelorn, who did very well at the Monthly Cup. We have a Collector, we have some damage, so I'm going to keep this hand. We have the Explorer as well. So one thing I've come to figure out with this deck is that I think I like building on the inner ring, the control ring, as I've called it in my basic line guide, because this is the mid ring and this is the aggro ring for your starting. And the reason is, in my previous matches, I've come to learn that going up like this is very beneficial than going across like this and going up like this, because you can play a creature here and then he can be horse mastered. Speak of the devil. So you can just take a mountain here. I will go for Grimguard Flameburst, I think, over Groundshaker. We kill this Collector. His Tiki Caretaker doesn't get to do much. So yeah, I think I did play Basho in another match, and I did end up losing. So I'm going to see if I can learn anything from my previous match. And I like this as well. Look at this. This is much better, the way this land curves off. So if you did watch my Deck Doctor, I kind of feel like this is a better way to build land. Now I can collect. And now I have access to aggressive land spots, which is awesome. I can take this for Axe Grinder. If he doesn't take this, I'll take this one. So we can forest or mountain into Oakfather by here now. It's a little troublesome. Speak of the devil, there he is. Alright. So I'm going to take the mountain here because I want this aggressive Axe Grinder spot for the future. And this guy is going to remain blocking the Oakfather. And I'm going to play the Groundshaker. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll play the Groundshaker here. So Groundshaker can be horse mastered himself. If I pick a Banquet, even better. So this is at 7 now, so this means I can Cipher the Tiki. Ciphering the Tiki stops another Collector. And then between these two guys, I have enough damage to kill the Oakfather, who isn't collecting this turn. So he's going to be stuck on 3 Faeria. He's going to want to be building more lands because he wants to be able to get his Warstorm champions down as quickly as possible. And this might just be what I need. No real way to deal with 5 health for this deck. If he doesn't buff the Oakfather, I'm in a fantastic position just because I get to keep my Groundshaker on 1 health. So I really like that. And I get to push everything up as well. Alright, he is going to go for the buff. Okay, so he is aware that this could become a problem for him. That's only 8, unfortunately. That really sucks. What do I want to do here? I want to move these guys around so I can collect. I do have to be very careful of Huntmaster. That's for sure. Eight. I'm 1 damage short of killing this guy. That's my problem right now. I could like double neutral. Horsemaster here. Zip him up to collect for me. And just chill. And let him deal with that. And I have double collection for next turn. and then all my creatures are spread out, so Huntmaster isn't as effective. I also take the inner land. I might have to build a mountain or a lake on here at one point, but I think that's probably the best line I have right now. Just split these guys up a bit. Take the Faeria and just chill. I think this deck could be quite difficult for the Gift of Banquet deck to defeat, just because of the health stats. You definitely excel against decks that also rely on smaller creatures to try and win their games. So like blue, for example, water elementals, probably yellow to some extent as well. Dune Drakes you can match up to quite nicely. You have removal as well. So the beefier decks, the green decks, the Warstorm decks might be a little bit more difficult to answer. Oh, another Elderwood Embrace. So now I'm 2 damage off. Double Gift of Steel. I might just have to do it. I would rather draw Ciphers, though. We could wait. Again, just split up the creatures, you know. Just make them harder to kill. And 5, 6, 7, 8. So now these guys... So they're all split up. He can move into double collection. I'm surrounding the Oak Father now. I'm always going to have to be very cautious of Huntmaster. I find one of the biggest things of Huntmaster, if you start playing the game, and you know you're getting into your first few days of the game of the day, you can really just forget about Slam altogether in Huntmaster. And I was guilty of that in a previous game against Basho. So how is he going to do this? He keeps buffing this Oak Father up. He's trying to keep it alive. So I wonder what else he's got in his hand. He can Warstorm next turn, probably, if he doesn't spend too much Faeria. But he also has to be aware of my double collection as well. Being able to double collect is going to give me some time to draw more cards. Time is running out. Might Huntmaster to the mountain behind him to protect his Oak Father from my Horse Masters. That's actually not a bad line. And he's got Firebombs. So he's running Firebombs and Flame Bursts. I wasn't expecting that. There's a Banquet. Not quite what I need at this point. That's brilliant. I'm happy with that. So we'll chuck the Brute here. And then we'll clear this guy off. So now he's definitely out of range of Warstorm Champion. And the beauty is I get the Gift of Steel his face next turn. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8 damage to him next. I'm going to slice his health in half. Unless he can deal with this Brute. Or avoid it somehow. But I'm going to have enough Faeria to Banquet as well. Which is going to be awesome. And because he's green and red, there's no hard removal. So my best line now is probably going to be an aggressive line going into next turn. Depending on what I draw, I'll take that into consideration as well. Develop a lake, Gift of Steel, Banquet, jump over, smack him, see if he can answer. So we see a draw coming down. Might have a taunt. Taunt was the best thing he could have pulled there. So now I'm going to set up another double collector, which is going to require me taking a mountain. Well, actually, no, not necessarily. Because I'm expecting this guy to live, but he could have Flame Burst. So we're going to Gift of Steel this guy. It's going to take him to 9 health. We're going to have 4 health remaining. We've seen a Firebomb, so we can safely assume that our opponent has access to, may have access to that card again. So let's take a draw. Another Banquet. Okay, so Gift of Steel. Chop this guy up, play the Brigand, and then we'll pass. So if this guy does live, he's on free Faeria. He'll have to Faeria off the Power Wheel to Firebomb my Shemden Brute. That's the worst case scenario. for me. You could have double ciphers, so you can Faeria of the Power Wheel, double ciphers. If he doesn't, I'm going to be pretty happy, actually, because I'm going to be able to push 8 damage next turn. Firebomb? Or just another taunt? Just another taunt. Flame Burst. So I don't... This is going to be on 1 health, which really sucks. So I'm going to take a draw here again. Move my Brigand into double collection. I mean, I could lake into Banquet, but it doesn't kill this. So yeah, draw is probably the better line here. Ooh, big bad cipher. Nice. Alright, let's kill this guy. So we're chipping away at him very slowly with the Brute now. And the Brigand can still access these tiles, which is nice. He can Flame Burst this, but that's his turn. And I'm happy with that, because I just slam Cypher right by here. And there we go. So very, very similar to mid-red. You kind of oppress your opponent on a double well. Just keep removing their threats, and eventually they get Faeria starved, and they can't react to you any further. So yeah, I was quite happy with that game. I lost to Basho in a previous match, but I managed to take the win and get my game plan going. I think one of the major differences in this match to my previous match was building down here. I think this is just a much better land placement. And I'll look at my other video, the Deck Doctor, and see if I can add a note or something just to clarify that I found a better way to develop land. Alright guys, let's get into the next match. I just had an epic match against Modnik, and I took on a really aggressive line against one of his blue decks, and I was rewarded with Flame Burst Lethal. It's a shame I didn't get to record it, because it kind of showed a reward for aggression there. I have Gift of Seal and Shemden Brute, so I'm going to keep this hand. This is a hand I didn't talk about in Deck Doctor, but it's a hand I'm going to try out. You know, let's test it. Let's see how it works out. We're going up against Jollyfire. I haven't played against Jollyfire before, so we'll see how that goes. So we got double neutral coming in. All right, so we have to be defensive now. We are the defender rather than the aggressor in this matchup. So let's take a mountain and let's explore. So this way we kind of stop his aggression to an extent. You know, we slow him down. If he wants to go for desert into June Drake, I have Shemden Brute to counter that. And now we have Ground Shaker for this guy. So if I pick up Ciphers, Wrath, which I didn't, that would have been really rewarding as well. So yep, we'll just go for the old Ground Shaker. And he can't possibly Cypher's Wrath now unless he has Fire Elemental, which he won't have enough Faeria to do anyway. So he gets a mountain here if he wants it, or he can take double neutrals down, but he probably will only have an Outland Ranger to play if he's playing Rush, and that's if he's playing Outland Ranger. That's another thing to consider. So if he's going to need to take the mountain here for sure, and probably get the... Oh, he has the Fire Elementals, he just doesn't have the follow-up. So he has the perfect stream of lands for a Red Rush player. Very lucky for him. So what do I want to do? So I think I'm just going to push my own aggressive lands now. And use... Well, I could go for the draw alternatively. If I pick up another Ground Shaker, I'm going to be in an excellent spot. If I pick up any kind of removal, I'm going to be in a really good spot too. And I can still play the Brute. And land is not really going to change anything now, and apart from me being aggressive, because he has the Axe Grinder spot already. So let's take the draw. Nothing spectacular, unfortunately. So we are going to go for the Brute. So we'll collect, kill. We'll have our Brute sit right by here. and be able to chip away at him. He may go for the kill on the Ground Shaker here. He might just Cypher's Wrath this. He may clear and Cypher's Wrath this. But with free Faeria, our Red Rush friend here, it ain't going to have much going on. Let's be fair. That's one of the weaknesses of the deck. They kind of rely on Faeria Power Wheel, play a threat. Faeria Power Wheel, play a threat from this point. Unless they manage to squeeze a double collector, say in a spot here. And here we go, Faeria and a Power Wheel, push a threat out. That's the very common kind of line a Red Rush player will take from here on. So I can Gift of Steel this. Just answer it very cleanly. Not much else is going on for me though. That's the only problem. So let's play aggressive. I need Faeria. That's one thing I need to do. I need to start double collecting myself. Horsemaster only brings me here, unfortunately. If Horsemaster took me there, I'd probably race him at this point because I'd be right at his orb and I'd be able to kill him faster than he'd probably be able to kill me. But let's answer this threat. That's what we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna do this. This is the best way to answer the Pest. If he wants to kill my Brute, he has to Flame Burst, and he's not going to be doing anything for the rest of the turn. But how do I want to proceed with land? Do I want to maybe set up a race now? I could collect, play a Brute. Let's just do this. Let's double neutral up this side, and then we could double neutral up again if we're still defending this following turn, and then we could set up a mountain here and start pumping out Axe Grinders to kill him. So he's just going to play an Axe Grinder. So if we pick up a Flame Burst now, we are going to be very happy, and he is going to block us. No surprise there. So we get to collect. We'll take the double neutrals over here. Oh, we take the double neutrals here, actually, I think, because he's kind of stopped us there. So we can double neutral here. And that will start setting us up to go this side. And he might double neutral across here to stop us. And if he does that, we can tell he's very scared. And yeah, I think we just clear this and we just go for another Shending Brute. Use up the Faeria. We collect one. And we kill something on this spot, ideally. So yeah, ping one, play a guy. That's the Red Rush way at this point in the match. And he's taking, wow, he's taking it here. That's really strange. I'm not sure if I agree with that. So yeah, we get to collect. We can mount in here, set the Axe Grinder, and just clear this guy. And he's still only on free Faeria. And now we double collect if this doesn't die. And then we can take land here. And then I can Horsemaster, run the Axe Grinder across, and give him a good smack in with this Axe Grinder. Yeah, and that's it. That's his turn. Remove a guy. Alright, so yeah. Let's do that. And we'll take double neutrals, actually, in this spot, because then I can turn this into a mountain to make even better Axe Grinders in the future. Going to play the Horsemaster here, because if he wants a Bomb Slinger, he has to develop an extra mountain. Zip and Smoke. So he's dead next turn. He needs to kill this or he's dead. So we can Faeria Bomb Slinger to remove this. There we go. That's fine. I double collect into Ground Shaker. And I can play that aggressive land. Oh, wait. How much do I have? Don't think it's enough. Flame Burst, Ciphers. If I go for the draw, I have the chance for lethal next turn. Actually, I have the chance for lethal this turn. 3-6. Actually, no, I don't. I don't have enough Faeria. I'm just chatting nonsense. So yeah, we'll take the mountain here. Take the Ground Shaker. And we're double collecting. We have 5-6, and you know he's been on 3-4 Faeria for the most of the game. So if you get a really good defense off at the start, you can pretty much just starve out the red player. So Against an aggro matchup, this is kind of how you want to play. You want to play as the defender to start things off, and then once you're comfortable, once your opponent's not getting much Faeria going, you can then start to play aggressively yourself, and then try and finish off the game from there. So yeah, that's just an example of how to play against an aggro deck. So there we have it. They are the matches. I felt like the deck had good results overall. I played 4 games over the course of making Deck Pilot. I went 3-1 in the end. I lost to Basho, managed to beat him then on the follow-up. I played Modnik, but unfortunately I wasn't recording. I thought I was. And I beat Modnik's Ludo and Blue deck. And then I managed to beat Jollyfire's Red Rush at the end, playing as a defender to start off with, and then branching off as the aggressor. So I'm very happy with how this deck has performed. I think it has a lot of potential. And I also learned a few things about this deck that I didn't quite know when I made the deck doctor. Like, I do prefer the inner ring, or the control ring as I've called it in my basic lands guide, as the opener, because it just makes your Silent Horse Masters much smoother for that charge free going up against the wells. So that's one adjustment you can make to your game if you are playing this deck and enjoying it. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, as usual. If you like this video, be sure to follow us on our social medias. Of course, share this video to any friends you have playing Faeria who are looking for a new deck to play. This might just be something they're looking for. Thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, take care and have a great day.